Hello, and welcome to the Sarkastik Wanderer podcast with Jace Brandt, where we talk about the film industry during the times of the COVID-19 pandemic. On the show, we will discuss recent film news and how we think the filmmaking industry will respond to the challenges the coronavirus is setting on them, in addition to some of our own experiences as viewers. Today, I have my good friend Micah Black to talk about the film Tenet, released in theaters this past summer, and how it is faring against video-on-demand titles like Mulan during the COVID-19 pandemic. Side note, all box office numbers are taken from boxofficemojo.com. And with that, let's dive on in.
So what are we talking about, Jace?
All right, well today, first, let's introduce yourself to the the listeners.
Ooh, okay. Hello, auditory viewers. I am Micah Black, and I am the video and the photo and the website guy for a little college in Sterling, Kansas. Sterling College. It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
And I like movies. I like tech stuff. All about those photos, all about those camera angles.
Yeah, if you see Micah, you're probably seeing with a camera.
Wow, look at that. Oh, okay, so is this episode 1?
This is episode 1.
Okay, Jace, who are you? Introduce yourself for the auditory viewers.
Oh, hello, my name is Jace Brandt, and I am a student at a little town college known as Sterling College, the same one that coincidentally Micah works at.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's fantastic.
A fun story, I was a freshman when Micah was a senior, and then he left.
I did.
And then you came right back and started working for the
totally
college.
Ditched you for maybe like 3 days, and then they're like, I got a job. So I never really left.
Not really.
Never left Sterling.
Yeah, so then he started working, and then he hired me to work for him up there, so
yeah.
I do some of the photos, not all the photos, some of them.
Just a handful.
Yeah.
But now we're friendos, and we like talking about like tech stuff, just life.
Most everything a lot. I mean, today, so since we talk a lot about movies and stuff, movies are kind of like a weird thing right now.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? They're kind of, well, okay, so for those of you who are watching this, probably like, 15, 16 years down the line, because this is going to be super popular podcast in the future. Yeah, we have this thing called the coronavirus pandemic, the COVID-19 thing, right?
Also known as the Rona.
The Rona, yes. So everybody's got the Rona nowadays, so we hear. And because of that, all our favorite places to go, all the yogurt shops, all the places, all the movie places, they're all closed down, which is a bit of a bummer.
Yeah. So now during the times of the Rona, everything's looking pretty different. And so with the movie industry, that's where most of the money comes from is from movie theaters. But right now we got Tenet. It's kind of the movie that's trying to bring back people to the theaters.
Ooh,
and
all right.
We had the pleasure of seeing Tenet.
Oh, heck yeah, we did.
It was awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we went and saw it in IMAX, the way it was meant to be viewed.
Oh yes, no other way.
And so we went, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I mean, what'd you think?
I thought it was fantastic. So Jason and I, we got into the car, we drove on over to Wichita, had some awesome barbecue, chit-chatted a while. So we got into the theatre, and it was pretty much about the same thing as it was. I mean, you'd already gotten the tickets online. Yeah,
we pre-bought the tickets because they were having a no cash policy.
Yeah.
And they preferred if you bought them online beforehand, and then you just scan it and go in.
Yeah.
It made it a lot quicker. You don't really have to wait online, really.
That's right, yeah. Sweet. Well, that's fancy. Yeah, okay, so when I went in, I really wasn't sure what to expect because, it's COVID-19, pandemic, life is crazy out there. But I mean, it was a cool movie. I would have expected to see maybe more people in the theater than I did.
Yeah. But it was good. They required us to wear a mask the whole movie unless we had popcorn.
Yes.
But we didn't know about that until we got there and sat down after we ate. So we sat with our masks.
Yeah, we just had to drown in our own barbecue breath. It was great. I enjoyed it a second time.
Yeah.
Burp. Oh man, that was so good food. Do you remember that? Yeah, I do. Oh, rough life.
Yeah, so like with Tenet, they're considering it a tentpole film. And for those of you who don't know what a tentpole film is,
Yes, do tell.
a tentpole film is a movie that is wanting to introduce like a new element in filmmaking or movie watching, or bring back something that's old. So it's kind of like a tentpole film in two ways. It's trying to bring back action cinematography.
Action cinematography.
Yeah, so action cinema is when you actually go and do all the crazy stuff that's in the movies.
Oh, you're like Tom Cruise, like in Mission Impossible? Like,
Yeah.
where he does all this stuff?
Yeah, go do your own stunts type of thing, but like do it for real. Like don't do it for pretend on a green screen.
Oh, like Jackie Chan stuff? Like
Yeah.
Bruce Lee? Okay.
Yeah, like Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee stuff, like actually doing it for real.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
can actually get hurt.
Oh, fancy. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, so but with like movies like Avengers Endgame and a bunch of movies, like they're all being shot in studio on green screens, and that's not the same thing.
Oh no, the CGI is coming at me now.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can control things a lot better, but there's still not that like touch of realism that's not there.
Yes. Okay, it's got like a bit of soul. in it,
Yeah.
You know, I totally get you there.
So
Totally relatable.
With Tenet, they're trying to get back to that.
Okay.
And so they did everything, like there was no green screens used actually.
They did green screen.
No green screens. They did the same thing with.
Mini Christmas.
But yeah, like that's expensive because you gotta go rent out everything, you get permits, and actually shoot, and then that.
Pew pew.
But then like also if you do it like in studio,
Yeah.
it's also crazy expensive. Like everyone's there at the space. You don't have to do any permits or anything because you own the space. But then you have to pay a huge visual effects team to do everything in post production.
Okay. So this Tenet film. Okay. So flagship movie. It's doing a lot of cool, neato things, and it's one of the first movies, at least one of the first big movies, to be back in theaters.
Yeah. It actually is like.
Oh.
All the other theaters have been playing like old movies like Jurassic Park and stuff.
Okay. Since the beginning of the Ronapocalypse.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was expensive.
Yeah.
Was it a commercial success? Did it make money, or did it not make money? Was it a flop?
So it's making money, not as much as they're wanting it or needing it to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other movies that are getting pushed back because of it, like Dune and Wonder Woman.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, and so they're like, it's not making as much money as we want it to, but then like video on demand is kind of making some money.
Okay.
So like right now, like the biggest one right now is Mulan.
Mulan.
Yeah, the live action remake.
So Mulan, I haven't seen Mulan.
I haven't seen it yet either.
But Mulan, also super expensive movie.
Yeah, that movie, yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is Mulan, a lot of money, supposed to be a theater movie. Tenet, a lot of money, supposed to be a theater movie.
Yeah.
Tenet decides we're going to do it in theater because art.
Yeah.
And then Mulan is going to do it on video on demand because money.
Yeah, money.
Okay.
Because like we still have the audience that wants to watch it now. They don't want to wait a year to watch it.
So people buy tickets to watch Tenet to get a movie theater experience.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Disney says, okay, we want to still make people pay extra money. Is that right?
And not exactly extra, like, because they're trying to create like a happy medium between like how much you would pay at the theater if you took your family with it versus like you're not going to have like a $6 rental from Amazon. Like if it's like $10 a ticket at the movie theater, if you got like a family of 5, that's $50. But if you're paying like $6 for that, they're missing out on $44.
Okay.
And so kind of like 30 is kind of like the medium for like...
Or like if you're in a theater, I mean, in a bigger city, I mean like, you know, it's kind of not super expensive here, right?
Yeah.
But in other places, I'm sure tickets can get expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's not too bad. But okay, so they're saying, well, we kind of want a theater price because we had a theater budget when we made this movie, but we're not doing it in theater, so we're gonna try to have you pay for that. Now is that price? Does that mean you have to pay for Disney Plus paying for Mulan?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because like if you just want to watch the one movie, you should just pay for the one movie.
Isn't that weird? Okay, so the question I have about that is, okay, you have your streaming services like Netflix and like Disney Plus, and maybe Hulu, they're more TV kind of, Amazon, okay, whatever. You got your originals, okay? And they've got all these huge budgets anyways. So these streaming companies, they're sending out these movies and they're getting this library of movies over and over and over again. But suddenly someone bumps in and says, I'm introducing a movie into this streaming service. However, you can't get to it unless you pay a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
I don't see how that is really financially, viable. I'm really curious to see how that approach that Disney is putting forth through Mulan. I want to know if that's going to be something that's commercially viable.
Yahoo was actually like trying to run the numbers on it because it's kind of like a tentpole film. Not really, because like they've already been doing video on demand, but they were trying to see like after, they were trying to see after Tenet how it was going to do, because it came out shortly after Tenet came out. Yeah. And so like they reported a $261 million profit of like purchases in 12 days.
In 12 days.
In 12 days, and Tenet's been out since the end of July. I mean, it's just breaking 283. So like that's like half the time, but it's already made almost as much money. But then like they have since found out that it's like that wasn't the official numbers, and so they said it's only made about 60 to 90 million, but we still don't have the official numbers.
Okay, so
like
it's 60 to 90, but if you squint at it and look at it like a slightly different way, it could look like 200 something million.
Yeah.
If you look at farther away and cross your eyes, so maybe the numbers kind of double. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, shoot, I want to know how those numbers happen, but okay.
Yeah, $30 at a time.
I looked up some reviews. I haven't watched through the reviews, but I've seen like in general people talking about it, and apparently it's doing okay.
Yeah.
Kind of that whole mediocre, we're just gonna recreate a film that everybody's already known
and likes, and the Disney live action remake trope, like
it's a different world right now.
Yeah.
It's really changing up the way people are going about things. I think people are still kind of in a way stepping on eggshells.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so to summarize, we have been seeing obviously, a huge transition.
Yeah.
Not only in COVID and coronavirus and everything associated with that, but definitely in cinema.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've been seeing this huge transition between these huge blockbuster films to what would you say?
I think we're having a transition is a good word for it. We're kind of transitioning from theaters to streaming anyway. So I think this is kind of like a big push towards that way.
Okay.
I think the studios are the ones that are going to have to I think the audience has been ready for that for a long time. Okay. Like you said, cable's going out. And I think they've been ready for that. I think studios are just going to have to trim down the budgets to adapt to that as well.
And we've been talking about two tentpole approaches, right?
Yeah.
Two flagship approaches to cinema right now, to selling movie quality movies.
Yeah.
Right? And through our discussion, it would say it sounds like even both of these approaches seem to not be doing as well as companies and producers would like, right? So we're definitely seeing probably in the near future a shift in storytelling with cinema. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. It'll be interesting, and we're here for a part of it, not just going to be someone that just reads about it down the line.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's definitely weird.
Yeah. But exciting!
It's exciting, yeah.
Super cool. The thing I'm going to be bummed about is maybe the lack of movie theater popcorn. You can try as much as you want in-house, you can get all the pop you want, but man, just there's nothing quite like paying $18 for a bucket of popcorn.
Yeah.
Nothing quite like it. Jace, you're great.
You too, man.
Thanks for having me on your podcast.
Yeah, thanks for doing it. You're a great guest. Great first guest too. To kick things off.
Wow. Thank you so much. All right, over and out, buddy.
Woo.